Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Everybody, welcome to episode 43 of the Flick Freak podcast. Everybody, it is our birthday! Woo!
What do we get?
Happy
You had
birthday,
pancakes
yeah.
today.
That's true, but I mean, I feel like the audience...
What do they get?
Should give something to us.
Yeah, like
Oh,
presents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
just
their gratitude.
they should send some kind comments below in
Yeah.
the YouTube page.
I'll take
Make that
money.
happen.
Actually-
Money's fine.
Money is good too. Yes, PayPal. Well, I am one of your hosts, Andrew Ormsby, joined as always by the heartwarming and lovely Shelby Ammerman,
Hey.
the beard of the Baratheon, Zach Chadwick,
Hello.
and the king of the doldrums, Brian Vaughn.
Hi!
That is very anti your title there.
I
so-
decided
Yeah,
to go...
very
I decided to
uncharacteristic
go against
of
type
Brian.
today.
Well, we're going to start off the podcast with the Did You See That opinion of the week. Shelby, what movie did you see?
I watched Machine Gun Preacher, and it's very good. It's almost like Blood Diamond. They go into Sudan, Africa, and this man who used to be an addict and an alcoholic, and then he finds God and turns his life around. And I'm by no means religious necessarily, but this movie didn't really, it focused a lot on God, but it wasn't overkill with it.
Probably more
It
on
showed
just
his-
finding redemption of some kind.
Yes, and it did show how his faith moved everything along and helped him get through some rough patches and stuff. But overall, it's about him he opens a church for addicts and anyone really. It's a church that won't turn down prostitutes or turn away prostitutes and addicts and people who need God or whatever.
So,
And that's not the entire. He goes to Africa and creates a mission / orphanage / church, like a little village for all of these children. And it's the whole movie. He's trying to get money for. He builds it himself, but he needs to get money for playground equipment and an extra truck, so that way he can save more children. Cause spoiler alert, it's a very sad movie.
It is.
Spoiler alert, at one point he has to go get some children, and only half of them will fit in his truck.
shit.
So he tells the rest of them, I'll be back in the morning, but when he goes back, they're all dead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So it's really sad, and this part's not such a spoiler alert. There's this little boy who's holding a picture, and he says, "Have you seen my brother? Have you seen my brother?" And I lost it, because all I could think about, how terrible would it be if I had to walk around and say, "Have you seen my sister? Have you seen my sister?" Because I have a little sister, and that would be terrible.
That
Not know whether
sounds-
she's dead or alive or whatever. But it's a true
That'd be
story
sad.
about a man named Sam Childers, who, it depends on how you say it, because they say it both ways in the movie. But he pretty much saves all of these children all the time, and he's still there to this day fighting,
really?
and he's
That's
hunting the
cool.
LRA and all of this stuff. And it's just a really, really good movie.
This guy sounds like a badass.
He is a badass. And in the very end, they say something about him being protected by angels and bullets can't kill him. And
He kills a lot of people in this movie.
yeah, he does. And at the very
Yeah.
end, after the credits, you see pictures of the real Sam Childers. And he looks like a biker. Like, he has the handlebar mustache.
Wasn't he
and
a
the big
biker at
beard.
one
Yeah.
time? Yeah.
He's a biker / addict / alcoholic, but
Okay.
recovered now.
To be fair, Andrew kind of has a
And-
handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
right now.
I got more of a
Upturned.
brown derby mustache.
Yeah, the Raleigh fingers.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But at the very end, it shows the real Sam Childers, and he says something that makes sense, I am not going to make a ton of excuses as to why I do it, but if your child or your sibling or somebody that you love was missing, had been kidnapped and stolen away from you, and I said I could get them back for you, is it gonna matter how I get them back for you?
No.
No,
Good
no,
point.
it's not. It's a very good point. And, that movie just got me. It got me really bad. I cried.
It's
I did
directed by Mark Forster, who does a lot of good movies.
What else has he done?
He did World War Z, he did Quantum of Solace, Kite Runner, Stranger Than Fiction, Finding Neverland, Monsters Ball.
So everything he's done is awesome except for Quantum of Solace.
Pretty much, yeah. It was
Okay.
I liked Quantum of Solace.
It's the only Bond movie you've seen. You don't
Yeah,
know what a
I
good
know.
Bond movie is.
It is the only Bond movie I've seen.
I'd probably like it if I hadn't seen some of the other ones.
Yeah, if it was, hey, that's a good Bond movie.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
really
I
good
just
standard.
The whole like, oh no, the big evil villain, because there's always a big evil villain, is gonna make our utility bills higher.
Yeah,
I don't know. That whole thing was.
Is that really what it was about?
pretty much.
Yeah.
You don't even remember?
I watched
Kind of.
it when it came out in theaters, and I was younger, and really all I remember is...
Eco-terrorism is pretty much what it boiled down to.
Okay.
Let's
I do
think of
remember
Daniel
oil. I
Craig's
remembered
hot.
a woman on his bed having been drowned in, like, oil or tar or
That's
something.
not what I thought you were going to say.
There are a lot of women's on.
Well, it was
women's?
the woman that he had taken back to...
I
It was the
remember
woman
now.
that had taken... Yeah.
Yeah, he's
that
always
he had
doing
taken back
stuff
to
with
us.
him.
All right, well, thank you very much, Shelby. Great review. Great
Oh,
review.
yeah, and See It. That was definitely a See It.
Does it get the Nicolas Cage high praise stamp?
Yes.
Oh man,
And Gerard
Sounds
Butler
like
does
it.
a very, very good job as Sam Childers.
Is,
Very good job.
what's his wife's name in this movie?
I don't remember. Leanne?
No, the actress.
Page and... I don't
Is it
remember.
the
I don't
chick?
know
I think it's the
actress's
chick
name.
from True Detective.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
True Detective.
it's, if I can
Michelle
remember-
Monaghan.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she also does
Yeah.
it. She jerks a knot in his tail.
She
Like,
what?
Okay, that's not at all what I heard.
What
the
is
first
wrong
time.
with you? What is
Everyone
wrong with
can.
you
No,
guys?
what'd you say?
Jerks a knot in his tail. It's something my mom has always said. Like when you're gonna,
Okay.
if you do something bad,
Hold on.
if you do something bad and you get yelled at or something, the
She
phrase
jerks
for that.
him.
Jerks him off by his tail?
jerks
What?
a knot
Okay.
in his tail. Jerks a knot in your
Okay,
tail.
yeah.
All right.
I heard jerks him off with his
Jesus.
tail.
It's a good thing we
Was it
cleared
from
that up.
his? Was it with his front tail?
No,
What I meant was penis.
Never mind. Never mind.
All right.
The
Well-
movie opens with him getting out of prison and then having sex with his wife.
I
So,
was about to say that's the
Well-
only part I watched.
actually before that. It starts off. The opening scene is a little boy being forced to kill his mom with a club,
Shit,
and then
son.
it goes back a few years to Sam Childers getting out of prison.
Who's his friend in this movie that gets him out of prison?
Oh, it's,
His wife gets him out of prison.
no, but I know who he's
I thought he
talking
had a
about.
friend.
He
It's-
does have a friend,
It's the guy who plays Zod.
Oh, Michael Shannon?
Michael Shannon,
Michael
yeah.
Shannon.
Yes.
and he's a drug addict. Also,
I blanked on it. I knew who it was.
Michael Shannon, you silly bitch.
at one
Alright.
point they're doing shooting up drugs while driving, because that's a good idea.
Doing
yeah.
it. They're doing it while shooting up drugs while driving.
Driving's boring, man.
It is. That's why I have an entire playlist in my car of just instrumental songs, so I can sing karaoke as I drive down the road.
Just do whatever you want.
Exactly. All right, I think it's time for the news.
Big news. I already got it. Boom. HBO announced that their streaming service is, they come out with the particulars. $15 a month. Early April debut. I can't wait. I can't wait to have this
My
service.
21st birthday's in
I
April.
do not want
Boom.
cable
April 3rd.
just to watch Game of Thrones anymore.
You guys are coming, right? Less than a month.
You gotta have
3rd.
it not on
Birthday?
April
Friday.
3rd. You need to have it on April 2nd.
No,
What?
April
Oh, is
3rd's
that
a
opening
Friday.
day?
I'm gonna be in Pennsylvania.
April 3rd's a Friday.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect day to have a hangover the next day.
It actually theoretically would be, yes.
I'll be at work on Fridays.
You
gotta have it on.
Honestly, have no
Screw
idea
you
what's
guys.
going on.
We'll have our own personal birthday party.
Okay,
for it.
well, it's
Yeah.
First Friday Art Walk, so I'm inviting, everybody from all of my classes. My grandma's gonna come get drunk with me, and my grandpa's gonna be my designated driver.
All your walks of life.
And it just happens to land on First Friday Art Walk, so I can go get my 15 points extra credit, go straight downstairs to Dublin's Pass,
You get 15
And
points
then-
extra credit in drunkenness.
yeah, and then walk around and look at art and be drunk.
Yeah.
And go to more bars. I'm going to a lot of bars.
So,
Hit all the
You
bars,
have
get a
to
free
do that.
drink.
You're obligated.
Have you ever been
Yes.
very drunk?
No.
Really?
Nope.
You've never had a hangover?
It's not that much
I've
fun.
never had a hangover.
I've never had a hangover.
Oh, joy.
I've never had a hangover.
But I'm gonna be 21.
I have the
And
worst
I'm gonna be
hangovers on the
ready.
planet.
I've probably had 200 hangovers in my life. That's an estimate.
That's quite
See,
the accomplishment.
yeah, I don't know if that's true.
My hangovers are so bad that it actually deters me from drinking.
Yeah, mine are that way now. They used to be not like this.
Really?
Yeah, and now it's just as you get older.
Because you're getting old, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Alright.
young and I'm ready. Woo!
Enjoy
Woo!
it. It won't last. So, Zach,
Woo!
with your forehead mic, what is new in the news?
Drew Goddard is going to write and direct the new Marvel Spider-Man movie.
Is he now?
Yeah, I mean, they were going to get somebody else. I'm not entirely sure what he's done, but he sounds familiar.
He wrote World War Z,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
and he's one of the co-creators of the new Daredevil show on Netflix.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to use anybody that Sony had.
Cabin in the Woods, that was another thing he did.
I hope they get Donald Glover to be Spider-Man, but
That would be super cool.
I keep hearing that Josh Hutcherson's going to be Spider-Man.
Lame.
I really don't want that at all.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I like Josh Hutcherson well enough. Just move on from Peter Parker and let Donald Glover be Spider-Man, for God's sakes.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
busy
saying.
with the Hunger Games anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, it's over after this year, so it doesn't matter.
hey. But he has the Hunger Games.
He's,
What does-
he's already
what does
filmed
Donald
all his
Glover have?
parts.
Community.
One thing.
I don't think he's on the new
The
season of
Childish
Community,
Gambino.
is he? He's retiring that.
The Childish Gambino?
hmm
Maybe he's retiring it so he'll be Spider-Man.
I hope so. He was
Could
on
be.
Sesame Street. He was awesome.
He was on like 2 episodes of Girls.
Was
Never
he?
seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he needs Spider-Man.
Alright.
Josh really doesn't.
All right. Jennifer Lawrence is going to be the first Steven Spielberg female lead in 30 years. In some new World War II, she's going to be some photographer in this movie.
The movie's called, like, What Did I Say, or what's it called?
The Thing I Do, or It's What I Do, or some shit like that. I can't remember.
Not that
I just
thing
remember-
you do with Tom Hanks. It's different.
No.
Isn't that about a band?
No. I don't know. I mean, I'm honestly, and I know he's considered one of the greatest directors of all time. I'm not a huge Spielberg fan.
Oh, he's really hit or miss for me too. I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
he's a hit and miss kind of guy. for
It's
sure.
either Jaws or fucking AI.
yeah,
Didn't he do AI?
I think so.
He did half of AI.
Oh, well.
He did the A part.
I didn't.
Ah!
Ew. I didn't care for Saving Private Ryan. I'm
I did
sorry.
like that.
That's a great movie.
Schindler's List was great,
Yeah.
but other than that, Indiana Jones doesn't appeal to me. I just don't think I just think
love
he's
Indiana
okay.
Jones.
Just think he's okay. Just okay. Meh. You know, not the best. What's another one? Zachary Quinto is going to be on Hannibal's 3rd season.
Is he now?
Oh, I love him. Now I have to start watching
New
that
Leonard,
show.
well, I say new Leonard Nimoy. I meant to say
New
new
Spock.
Spock. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant to say.
You can't replace Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, too soon. Sorry, too soon. But I mean, I haven't watched any of Hannibal. Is that?
Yeah, it's
in
a
our
great-
March Madness.
It's a very, very good show.
I should
It's
watch
excellent.
it. My sister,
And it's
We need
getting
to start watching
stronger as it goes.
my wife's
No, Zachary
sister
Quinto's
watches
gonna be
it and keeps trying to get me to watch it, and I just don't.
I was really reluctant to until enough people told me to watch it because I thought it would just be a rehashing of the same stuff, and it's not. It exists
Yeah.
within the same story work, like frame, but it's not telling the same story.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
In really, who cares news? Jesse Usher is the lead in Independence Day 2 Woo! As Will Smith's son.
Wow.
Who's Jesse Usher?
Fuck if I know, but
Yeah, I
it was
don't
a
know who
news
that is at
item.
all.
How can you type up the news and not know who all this stuff?
Listen, I knew it when I looked it up, but then I saw Independence Day 2 and I'm like, I don't give a shit, and I quickly discarded it from my mind.
He's been in just a few things. When the Game Stands Tall, Teenage, Level Up, stuff like that.
Because
Nothing
let's-
I've seen.
Let's be honest, this is another one of the Hollywood's really lazy ideas, and
Yeah.
we're just going to try and make a sequel to a movie that came out 20 years ago.
Yeah,
They
Nick,
love
is
that.
Will Smith going to be in it?
I don't think so. I'm almost sure, I mean, they haven't said yet, But I would guess he's not because he's still doing Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and that would be silly to like see him in Independence Day 1, and then when you see him later, he's
Maybe he'll be like
Old
the
with
old
an
man
older
in the
kid.
wheelchair that everybody goes to get wisdom from.
maybe.
Well, whatever he does, it's not going to be worse than After Earth. If anyone saw that.
Yeah, I
After
don't know.
Earth.
I have not seen that. I have no
It is
desire to see
horrible.
that.
It's pretty great from
In its own.
in its own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Shyamalan great.
Oh man, as he tanked.
Yeah.
Hey, Unbreakable is still one of my favorite movies.
It's a good movie. It's a very good movie.
That is a
I
very
liked
good-
Unbreakable,
That's one
I liked
with Bruce
The
Willis and Samuel
Village.
L. Jackson, right? Unbreakable.
That's
Yeah.
mostly it
Okay.
for him.
All right. Well, he's just terrible. Man.
He's really
He's
bad.
just terrible.
Yeah.
Uh,
Up next in the news.
up next, Dan Stevens is going to play the Beast, and Luke Evans is going to play Gaston in the live-action Beauty and the Beast
I
movie.
saw that, and you know what I thought? They're ruining Beauty and the Beast. They're ruining
Why?
it. They're ruining it.
Why?
I don't care for. I like the actor that plays Gaston, but I'm not.
No one.
I
acts
just would.
like
I wouldn't
Gaston.
put him as Gaston.
Do you know
And
what?
I don't like Emma Watson for Beauty. She's just not who I
You
picture, and I
shut
don't
your
think she's
mouth
that
right
pretty.
now.
You should.
That is my favorite childhood movie, and I feel like they're ruining it.
Don't talk shit
It's
about
gonna-
Hermione.
I
Hey,
can't watch it.
It's going to be good for one reason.
No, I like her as Hermione.
And that is Emma Watson.
But that's about it. I like. She surprised me with Perks of Being a Wallflower with her acting.
That was a
I like
solid
her as
movie.
Hermione, but I just can't. I don't care for her very much.
Keep
And
Shelby away from the
for her to
sharp
be at my
object. She's ready to
very-
cut you.
She's gonna be my. She's gonna be the
come
very my very
on.
very favorite princess
Do you guys
ever.
want to talk about Bradley
And I mean,
Cooper and
come
Scarlett
on.
Johansson now?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I
I have to go home.
listen.
I can't do the rest of this.
Luke
podcast now.
Evans as Gaston is perfect.
He
If you
looks-
beat me on IMDb.
He looks
yes,
the
then
part.
I'm really gonna
That
snap.
really
knocked you over
does.
the edge.
Yeah, that'll be the straw that broke the camel's
And
back.
I don't care what you say, Emma Watson can do anything. And she
I do
was
not
great
think
in
so,
it.
Including me.
and I'm gonna be.
Ew.
Oh God, I'm gonna throw up.
The offer's out there.
Let's move on.
It's committed to sound.
And even more who gives a flying shit news. The Expendables is being turned into a TV series
Oh,
at
boy.
Fox with Sly Stallone producing.
I don't even like Emma Watson when she plays Emma Watson.
We've
In
moved
this
on,
movie.
Shelby.
I moved on to Sylvester Stallone and his terrible ideas.
He does have terrible ideas.
By the way, of course, this is a Fox
it was
show.
probably his idea to
Oh,
put
yeah.
Emma Watson as Beauty.
Yeah, because it's gonna go on for a season and it'll get good ratings and then they'll cancel it. Or it'll be just terrible right out the gate.
It'll be awful. There's not a question.
Sort of
about
like Gotham. Bad show keeps on going.
Uh-oh.
Although there was that one cool scene from Gotham the other day when you found out that one kid was the Joker.
I have not watched it since.
No, I haven't seen a single episode of the show.
Oh.
I tried, but there was a clip somebody posted online
Oh, that's cool.
about this kid who
They-
played the Joker. He was really good. He was really good.
Hey,
Okay,
that's a good segue. Speaking of Gotham, Jada Pinkett Smith is not going to be on the show anymore.
Yeah.
She is leaving the show and will not be reprising her role.
So did Gotham start off terrible? Did you guys hate it?
No,
right off the bat,
no,
or-
it's-
I hated it
it's
from
gotten-
the beginning, and I never watched it.
It's gotten strong ratings. It's still doing well. I watched it up until the episode where you found out Penguin's true allegiances, and then I quit watching because The Flash started and it's just better.
Oh yeah.
I need to start watching these just to have some kind of idea. On
If you're gonna
superheroes.
watch a show like this, you should watch The Flash first. It's much better. It's miles better.
I know, but then shouldn't I watch the one that's gonna not exceed my expectations, and then watch the one that's gonna
no,
exceed my
because you
expectations?
probably
You
and
might then be like, I'm
the
not
problem with Gotham, if Gotham was a 30-minute show, it would be much better. It's an hour-long show. And that's the problem, is it's almost just too long, because after 35, 40 minutes, I'm like, fuck, I'm ready for this shit to end.
Not a great sign for a television show.
Yeah.
But
It's
if I
really
watch
not.
the good one first, then I'm not gonna watch the bad one.
You
knowing
will
that
not
it's
be
worse.
disappointed in The Flash. If you are disappointed in The Flash, I will kiss my own ass.
That's not easy to do either.
That's not.
Alright.
We got
Somebody
some
kiss
huge
Mr.
news
Mr.
we got to get
Ackermans.
to.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was
Yeah.
in a plane crash.
Yeah.
But
Again.
they said he's okay. Like
He's
he's
fine.
gonna
He's okay.
be out soon. He'll make a full recovery.
His
no
face is
big.
still just as beautiful.
No, he got his face fucked up.
Is he like
He has huge gashes all over his
Is he
face.
more
they said.
like what is his name? Jesus Christ.
No.
Mark
Well,
Hamill.
he had a lot of slashes all over his face.
Mark Hamill. Is he more like Mark Hamill now, or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
All
it's
I've
the
got
Star
to
Wars
say
curse.
Is this is what happens when you let Lando on your plane
What does Mark Hamill look like
Wait.
now?
every time?
He's just got
Wait, Billy D. Williams was in the plane?
No.
Oh,
But
thank God.
Mark Hamill.
If only he would have probably actually saved the situation.
Probably he's like, calm down, and just be
Calm
smooth.
down.
Alright, I just want to make sure that I heard this right. You guys said Harrison Ford.
Mark-
Harrison
Yes.
Ford,
Was in
Han
a-
Solo,
Yes.
Indiana Jones was in a plane crash.
Okay.
Mark-
That's
He
what
was
I
pi-
thought you said.
He was
Mark
piloting
Hamill-
a World War II plane
Yes.
that he owned, and he lost control of the plane, and it crashed into a golf course.
Okay,
It
well,
actually-
he's an idiot.
He crashed actually right in front of some doctors who were playing golf, and they say that Harrison Ford was able to get out of the plane by himself, but he had huge cuts all over his face,
Yeah.
and they said he was in critical condition, and then like an hour and a half later they said he was in stable
Nah, he's
condition.
fine, yeah.
And they haven't said anything since then. I
No,
haven't been able to see.
they just said he's gonna make a full recovery is all.
Is his face gonna make a full recovery?
He'll
Can
probably
his
have,
heart take this?
he'll probably have some scars.
Yeah.
You know, he broke his foot stepping off the Millennium Falcon
Wow.
Yeah.
on the news, like for the new Star Wars movie.
That sounds right, though.
Yeah.
So sad.
He's
That
very
sounds-
fragile these days.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
Alright, last two
That's my
bits
future
of
husband.
news.
You can't be doing this.
You have limited time left to make
I
that.
do.
Jeremy-
I have to get famous quick so I can go
Yeah.
meet him and woo him.
Jeremy Renner has been confirmed to be in Captain America 3. I think that was a given,
Yeah.
given the storyline they're doing in that movie, because Spider-Man's also going to be in it with the new inking of their deal with Sony, and obviously Robert Downey Jr.'s in it, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we already know that movie's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are
I'll see the
ruining
tits
my
off of it.
day.
What?
So you guys are really ruining my day.
That's what we're here for.
I ruined your day by saying Jeremy Renner's in Captain America 3?
No, just all the
Shelby
Emma
is
Watson,
continuously one
Harrison
news segment
Ford.
behind us, so
Yeah, just there's like a.
I'm sorry, you guys keep
latency
blowing my
issue.
mind, and then I get upset.
And the last and possibly biggest news of the decade, Sharknado 3 is happening.
yeah.
Why wouldn't it?
What?
And Mark Cuban's playing the President of the United States in the movie.
Did you say Sharknado?
Sharknado,
Sharknado
3.
3.
Like a tornado of sharks?
You've
Have
never
you
heard
never
of
heard of
Oh my
Sharknado?
God. Shelby,
Holy shit!
get out from underneath your rock. We're on the third movie already.
Dear God.
I've never even heard of that.
Well,
Shark-
it's a really common scientific issue in America.
A tsunami hits
Oh my
over
God.
the ocean, and a tornado happens, picking up a bunch of sharks, and then they throw the sharks into the city, and they eat people midair.
Yes.
This is the dumbest thing in ever.
Slash greatest.
Well, have you seen
No, this is so
Birdemic?
stupid.
It's almost...
Or Night of A1000 Cats.
Night of A1000 Cats.
Wait, that's
It
a
was-
real movie?
Almost
Yeah.
as
No,
unbelievable
it's
as
supposed to be
Godzilla.
Night of 1,000 Cats, but they spelled
They
out with numbers.
A and then
1 0,
1000.
so it's A1000 Cats instead
Oh
of Night
my
of-
Also,
God.
there's like 25 cats.
Yeah.
Like when you get there, you just see the same like 20. 30
Well, let's
cats.
be honest.
Meow,
Let's
here
be
and there.
honest. Once you get past 5, it really does seem like a
I don't know if
1,000.
they'd murder anyone though and like eat them.
No, they just turn their
comes
owners
up
into
with
slaves.
They
this
just
Shit.
make everything smell like piss.
Who
That's-
made Sharknado? Who thought of that?
Sharknado?
Yeah, who wrote it?
Possibly
A genius.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know who it is. It's
Can't believe you've never heard of Sharknado.
Ferrante, something like that.
Ian Ziering.
Anthony Ferrante, or Ferrante. I don't
Martin
know.
Scorsese.
Yes.
Alright,
Oh, I
well,
have a
he's an
bit of
idiot.
news for people who actually watch Gotham. Chris Chalk's gonna be Lucius Fox.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to put that in with the
Who's
Gotham
Chris
bit.
Chalk?
Did you ever watch The Newsroom?
I watched like 3 or 4 episodes. Didn't care for it.
Do you remember the African American guy who played Gary Cooper?
Yeah.
Him.
Okay.
So
He was
basically, he's young Morgan Freeman.
Very much so.
Morgan Freeman.
Alright, are we gonna move on to trailer talk?
Yes.
Is that gonna happen?
There's
That's happening
nothing
right
to
now.
talk about
I
after
can-
figuring
we can
out
make it
Harrison Ford
happen.
got in the wreck.
Let's make it happen. The first trailer we're gonna talk about is a movie called The Lady in the Van. This is a Maggie Smith movie where she's somehow still alive. I swear this lady is gotta be at least 400 years old.
I think she won't die until she makes a certain quota of movies.
Well, she's
Well,
definitely...
what is the number?
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe there isn't one. She'll live forever.
Could be.
Maybe she's Wolverine.
Could also be.
If Maggie Smith was Wolverine, that'd be the coolest thing ever. This movie stars, like we said, Maggie Smith. I mean, seriously, she was ancient in Hook, and that movie came out like 95 or 6. So,
Maybe even before that.
probably.
Oh, that was
Maybe she
93.
just smokes too much, guys.
She doesn't smoke. She just
she-
got over cancer.
Oh, well, then just kidding.
Way to be awful, Shelby.
Maybe
This
she does
movie,
too
Too
much
soon?
coke.
this movie,
That's
besides
what it
her,
is.
stars
That's what it is.
Dominic
Yeah.
Cooper, James Corden,
Thanks.
and Jim
Okay.
Broadbent. And,
Who's in a lot of movies with Maggie Smith, I swear.
I haven't really noticed,
Yeah, I feel like
but
he's
I
in,
will
like-
take your word on it.
Yeah.
This woman who lives in her van asked this family if she could stay a couple weeks in their driveway until she moves on, and she ends up living in their driveway for 15 years. Based on a
Maggie's-
true story.
Maggie Smith is in Sister Act.
What? I did not get that from the trailer.
I feel
at
better
all.
about life.
It said it, we were just all talking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she ended up being there for 15 years.
15 years.
And
yes.
the family didn't, want to kick her off their driveway?
I guess they just put up with her.
This is the English version of living in a van down by the river.
Yes.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh my god.
It's because you're like 14 years old, Shelby.
And I'm
Yeah.
ancient,
Yes.
so.
All right.
it's fine.
The next movie up that we are going to talk about the trailer for is Mr. Holmes. It's a Sir Ian McKellen film.
Oh, God.
What?
That movie looks so good!
It looks okay. It stars Sir Ian McKellen, Laura Linney, and Hiroyuki Sanada, who is actually a really good Japanese actor. He was in Last Samurai and The Railway Man.
I can't wait to see it. I'm definitely going to see that.
You think Maggie Smith is old? Ian McKellen's old as fuck.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
really old.
But he's still awesome.
I wish he was my grandpa.
No,
He's
if-
actually younger than Maggie Smith. Did you know that?
no, he's not.
Yeah, by
Nuh-uh.
five
Wow.
years.
If I was gonna wish for a famous person to be my grandpa, it would be Patrick Stewart.
See, I choose Ian McKellen. I liked Magneto better than Professor
You
X.
want to know what the secret to everlasting life is? Earl Grey tea. Just ask Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, the guy's been
Ask
drinking
him.
it since Star Trek, and he looks the exact same.
He
Seriously.
does really look the same.
He
Yeah.
really does.
How old is he?
Like 150?
Yeah, easily.
No, really.
No, really.
Patrick Stewart.
No, I don't know. He's like in his 70s, I think.
He's got to be around
Oh.
the same age as. Anywho, this movie is directed by Bill Condon. He did The Fifth Estate, Kinsey,
Twilight
Dream
Breaking
Girls.
Dawn. Yeah, he did. Don't even lie.
Yeah, he did part 2.
Yeah.
And
that was the only good one.
Gods and Monsters.
Just,
I hated the first 3 movies, and then Breaking Dawn Part 1.
let's
Breaking
just,
Part 2 is probably the
let's
best out of
just
the
stop.
entire movies.
All right, the next movie up that we're going to talk about is a movie called Selfless. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Sir Ben Kingsley, and Matthew Goods.
Yeah.
That
It's-
movie also looks really good.
Yeah, it's about this old man, Sir Ben Kingsley. He's dying of something, and this very mysterious man comes up to him and says, "We can grant you eternal life. We just got to transfer your consciousness into a younger body." And it turns out to be Ryan Reynolds' body, and Sir Ben Kingsley's like, "Is this body? I don't want to steal somebody's." And like, no. It's an empty vessel. Nothing. It's never been used. And it turns out they were lying. They kidnapped Ryan Reynolds or something, and now they're forced him to give his body
That's
up to Ben
always how it
Kingsley's
goes.
consciousness.
Damn liars.
And now the consciousness is taking back over.
It looks way cool.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I like weird sci-fi stuff like that. Hopefully
Yeah.
it's good.
It's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
I do like Ryan Reynolds.
It's
I
a
mention that a lot too.
Tarzan scene movie. He did Immortals, The Cell, Mirror Mirror, The Fall.
Man, The Cell is one weird fucked up movie.
It is a very
That's the
messed-
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lopez.
Lopez movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's fucked
I think Vince
up.
Vaughn's in that movie too.
He
actually.
is.
Yeah, he's the Cap.
That's
He's a
I
such
wonder
a
what
weird
happened
movie.
between the guy who's the lead singer for Coldplay and Chris something, I think, and Gwyneth Paltrow, because apparently now
Maybe people just stopped
Chris
caring.
something and Jennifer Lawrence. Well,
They're not
now
a thing.
Jennifer-
They're not a thing anymore. But that's probably
They
what
were a
happened.
thing.
Is he was banging her and
No,
Gwyneth
because
Paltrow
it said
got upset.
no, because it says that they were separated before that. Like he and Gwyneth Paltrow were still talking, but not.
Honestly, I hate
I don't
Coldplay and I don't.
I like Coldplay, not my favorite, but I do like Coldplay. My mom thinks Gwyneth Paltrow's an idiot.
Well, she might be.
Yeah.
Possible.
It was
Named her
something
kid
that she
Apple,
said in
man.
one of her interviews that my mom just absolutely hated. I
All
like
right.
her in Glee. She's really good in Glee.
The next movie up that we're going to talk about is going to be Shelby's favorite movie of all time. It's called A Royal Night Out. It stars Sarah Gabon, Emily Watson, Rupert Everett, Jack Rayner, and Belle Powley. Directed by Julian Gerald, she did Kinky Boots, The Girl, and Becoming Jane.
Alright, so this is a true story, right?
They
It said it was an untold story, so
I highly doubt
If it's
this.
a true story, I can
I
save everyone some time here.
don't
and
believe
they're not gonna
this
get with
at
those
all.
dudes.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't look like... I would rather take a 2-hour shit than
It's
watch
like
this
Princess
movie.
Diaries 2,
I would rather
or-
do shots of a laxative in
or
public.
Me and My Prince, or
Shots of laxative laced with Jägermeister.
Oh, what's that movie where the president's daughter goes out with this guy?
Oh my god!
All the president's
And
men.
I think it's Mandy Moore, and
Oh,
she's
never mind, I
the
haven't
president's
See, I like
daughter.
Mandy Moore a lot.
Well, she plays. I think it's her that plays the president's. It's been a while since I've seen it, but she plays the president's daughter, and
no,
then she
that's
goes
Lindsay
out.
Lohan.
No,
I actually
it's
don't know.
definitely not Lindsay Lohan. That's definitely not the movie I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
But
I have no
all I'm saying
desire.
is this one's kind of like that one, and I love this kind. I love these kinds of movies. I love them. Love them.
It's
Can't
about Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret on VE Day in 1945. They decide, you know what, we've been stuck in the palace ever since World War II started. We want to go out, and then they want to go party, and then they meet some soldiers, and then it looks like a heartwarming love story, and it looks completely full of itself.
I like
be
how
I can't wait.
I like how they say this is an untold story. Well, fuck, everything's an untold story.
until it's told.
X-Men's an untold story, so now it's told.
I
Is that-
wish that they would just completely have everything be anachronistic
God.
too, where like the princesses are like, "Oh dear, we'd love to go out in town," and then like,
That's a really good English accent.
yeah, let me just use my Google Maps, and it's like 1945, and they don't care anyway. Like product placement ever. Oh, look at my new iPhone! Someone picked me up in my BMW.
Okay,
Let's
well,
all drive on the wrong side of the road.
please.
Tally ho! For what we know. Arise and
Yes.
get downtown
Brilliant.
of London.
Just tear it all down.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sorry, we
saving you
just
like
did.
$8
You
right
guys are. You tell me Harrison Ford's been in a plane crash. You tell me Emma Watson's gonna be Beauty. You tell me the worst. You give me the worst news ever and make my day terrible, and then you just tear down the one movie that I do like. Come on, guys.
Well, how about we talk about the
Amazing.
next movie called No Escape, starring...
now. After we do so, can we have a dessert of lime
Shut
juice
up,
and
Brian.
lettuce?
I want some
Whatever
crumpets.
I'm gonna invite.
Good
I'm gonna
Lord.
invite you in
That's
for
what I'm
tea
going
and scrumpets.
What,
Sit.
Scrumpets?
You're not
What
gonna
the fuck
make
is a
us IMDb
scrumpet?
idiots.
Dude, have you never? You've seen Dumb and Dumber?
It's...
You remember when they go to Aspen and he's like, "If I know Mary as well as I think I do, she'll invite us right in for tea and scrumpets."
Oh, God.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Yes, the next movie is called No Escape. It stars Owen Wilson, James Bond, Lake Bell. Yes.
James Bond.
Yeah, it's Pierce Brosnan. He is a great James Bond. Well, he was in one of the best James Bond movies, I should
No,
say.
it's fine.
GoldenEye is the best.
Let's agree to say that from now on he is James Bond,
James Bond.
just like
Actually, new thing. If we mention any actor who at any point ever played James Bond,
We just say James Bond.
any of them. It'll be so confusing. I like it.
Yes, okay. So it stars Owen Wilson, James Bond, Lake Bell, and Spencer Garrett. It's kind of hard to describe that Owen Wilson's family moves to somewhere
China.
in Asia for some...
China.
Did it say
I'm
China?
99% sure it's China because it looked like Tiananmen Square when the tanks were going against the people and firing in the
Except-
streets.
Okay.
It
well,
looked like Tiananmen Square, but that's
except
just
there were
me.
helicopters, so...
I don't fucking know.
Anywho, they
How
go
long have we
somewhere
had
in...
helicopters.
Huh?
A while, right?
It's been since
1,000 years.
Vietnam era, maybe Korea? Not sure.
I thought it was China, but it might be Mexico because I thought I saw Danny Trejo.
Sorry, Danny Trejo. I'm looking at the cast list
Please
right
tell
now.
me he's in this
Danny
movie.
Trejo is not in this movie.
Damn it.
But anywho, so Owen Wilson's family goes to Asia for some reason. While they're there, they run into scruffy James Bond, and he says, "You're gonna love it here." And then they don't end up loving it there because there's a riot on the street, and then the rioters end up killing everybody they see. So
Good day, mate.
Owen, that's Australian. So anywho, everybody's hiding on the roof, and they got to try and escape Asia, and with the help of James Bond.
I like how this is generally called Asia.
That's
need
a
to
huge
escape Asia.
landmass.
Well, it doesn't say anywhere in the plot synopsis where they're at exactly.
Which is
Not
really
Russia.
annoying.
It's a very weird role for Owen Wilson to play.
It's an
very
action
serious.
thriller. It doesn't look funny at
Yeah.
all.
Anybody but Owen Wilson, I'd see it right now.
No, I'm going to see it. I actually am
I'm gonna
very
see
intrigued
it.
about this movie. I think it looks really good. The next movie we're going to talk about is a movie I have actually already seen. It's called The Salvation. It stars Mads Mikkelsen, Eva Green, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Eric Cantona, and let's see, who else is in this? Oh yeah, Jonathan Pryce is in it as well. In the 1870s America, back after everybody's starting to settle the West, like this...
This is in America? I thought it was in,
No, he's a
Denmark.
Danish immigrant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in that area, there was like a huge after Denmark fought the war with Germany and stuff. There were a lot of Danish immigrants to the American West.
Okay.
So, Mads Mikkelsen came over with his brother to settle some land, and then after they did, he sent for his family to come join him. And
Gotcha.
after that, there's this group of bandits and raiders that are attacking the town that they live in, and then it turns into a really awesome Western shootout. Actually, this movie, like I've said, I've already seen it. It's a really good homage to spaghetti Western films. Like there's do you watch a lot of Westerns, Brian, or you've seen a few?
I have, yeah.
So, like a lot of Westerns, they start off like 15 or 20 minutes, nobody talking.
Yeah, like nothing's even...
Nothing's happened. That's exactly how this movie starts out.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I love that.
It's really cool. Like, there's just people staring at each other and nodding and stuff.
A lot of scene setting.
Exactly. And just the feel of it, it really felt like a sort of a Ennio Morricone sort of spaghetti Western sort of film.
Eva Green, and I'm trying not to sound really insensitive or chauvinistic
For us,
when I say this,
Sergio Leone is the guy who directed all those spaghetti Westerns. So yeah.
but she is like Helena Bonham Carter if Helena Bonham Carter was hot.
I think Helena Bonham Carter's pretty.
Not Eva Green pretty.
Who's Eva Green?
I don't care for her.
She was
Eva Green, she was
in,
Vesper in the James Bond movies.
She's in the new 300.
Oh, I know of her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
White Bird in a Blizzard, which I never saw. It's on Netflix.
So, out of that list of 6 films, which one do you think you would be the most interested in seeing?
Probably the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah, same
Selfless?
Yeah.
Either Selfless or Mr. Holmes.
And then closely followed by the Mads Mikkelsen movie.
Here.
I just don't
same
think
order for me.
the other movies sound that great.
None of that. I don't want to watch any of that British stuff, really.
It's no.
Roll
I
in
would
the-
watch.
Nobody wants to watch Mr. Holmes.
I would watch Lady in the Van if
It looks like
was
it's trying too hard.
on Netflix and I didn't have anything else to watch.
It's
Right.
Sherlock with Alzheimer's.
It does
Nobody
look
wants
very
to know
sad.
how that turns out.
Well, he dies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What the? I can't
Shelby,
stand
this
you guys
is a really
today.
bad time to tell you this, but in life, after a certain amount of time due to debilitation of health or other factors, everyone's life does end.
You know, the average life
Oh,
expectancy for
Brian.
somebody born like within like the last 10 years is like 135.
Yeah, now it's getting weird now.
So my
I better get rich. I want some fucking cyborg parts. I want to just
We
live
just
forever.
No,
No shit, dude. That
we
would be
just
so
need to
good.
live long enough to where we can store our consciousness in robotic cyborg bodies.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
I want to keep like my hair. That's it.
Yeah.
You have very good hair.
It's
It's
a lot of
actually,
hair.
it kind of makes me mad sometimes how
It's a
much
ton of
hair
hair.
you have.
It's a ton of
I
hair.
need to borrow some.
It's a curse.
I'm losing my hair.
Curse and a
Are you
blessing.
really?
Yeah, I'm starting to go bald.
Shit.
It's thinning out. I
You
don't
got
have.
a while though.
You think so?
Yeah, you got a while.
Well, thank you.
Looks like you got a while to me.
It's combing. You know, you just got to style it
You
right to
gotta
where it
be-
looks like you have hair.
I
come over.
can't even get combs in this thing. This is like a. I need to get it thinned out. It's time to do that.
Brian has white hairs. Andrew's losing his hair.
Yeah.
Zach, you don't look as old. Aren't you the oldest?
He's the oldest.
That's crazy.
Good genes.
You guys have way too much stress.
He's got a kid now though, so that's gonna take
yeah,
his toll.
that'll change.
It'll take his toll
No,
over
my
time.
kid's just a mini me is all.
But when he gets older and has a rebellious
Jameson
stage.
is so cute, by the way.
Oh no, thanks.
You're
I
welcome.
know.
I know. All right.
And your wife's name is Lauren, right?
Mhm.
She's very pretty.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Shelby's
I
been
meant to tell you that earlier.
Facebook stalking.
No,
Zach.
she came last time. She came to the podcast.
Oh yeah,
one
you
time.
weren't here.
She
Well-
dropped me off.
It's funnier if you're Facebook stalking.
No, I'm
We're
not.
gonna go with it.
All right. So,
Okay.
for those of you, since it's been 1 year, we are starting once again the March Madness Flick Freaks 2015 television show bracket. We need to find out how to shorten that name somehow.
And then a catchy little thing,
Yeah, but that's pretty much what it is. So we have 32 television shows. They're going to be going head-to-head in a March Madness bracket to find out which is the number one television show of 2015. The way each show will work is you are using its last completed season. So if it has a currently running season, that is not the one we're talking about. It's the last one. For example, Arrow is on this list. There is a season 3 that is currently running. It's not finished, so you have to use season 2. Okay? And if the series just wrapped up within the last year and it wasn't in last year's bracket, then we're not using... Then we can use that, I should say.
Yeah.
So, here are the list of TV shows in sort of a no particular order. Or do you want me to just go down the list and say who's playing who in the first round?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. In the first round, we have House of Cards up against Doctor Who. Then we have Hannibal going up against Bones. After that, we have The Following up against Louie. After that, we have Downton Abbey going up against The Leftovers. After that, we have Sons of Anarchy going up against Parenthood.
No contest.
Actually, I think it's closer than you think.
I've never seen Sons of Anarchy, so I'm going to vote for Parenthood.
The next
I
one
like
after that
Parenthood.
is Mr.
I
Suffrage
put it in.
going up against The Blacklist. I don't know which one I'm voting on that one. After that, we have The Walking Dead going up against The Big Bang Theory. The next one up is Broadchurch going up against Once Upon a Time. And that entire list over there is what would be the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
so
sure.
now moving to the East, we have Game of Thrones going up against Glee.
Aw, damn.
Yeah. After that, we have Modern Family going up against, is it The Review?
It's just review.
Review, okay.
You should watch that. It's only 8 episodes. It's really funny.
Alright. After that, we have Parks and Recreation going up against South Park. The next one up, American Horror Story up against Archer. Now, which American Horror Story is that? It's the
Freak
completed
Show.
one.
Show.
Yeah.
Is Freak Show completed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
So, after that, we have Fargo going up against Manhattan. Which sucks because I really like both of those shows, but I know which one I'm going for. After that, we have Orange is the New Black going up against Ruby. Ruby is Rooster Teeth's animated series. Very good, if you've never heard of it. RWBY.
Mm-hmm.
The next one up is Silicon Valley going up against Bates Motel. And finally, we have Arrow going up against Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Most of these I've already made up my mind on.
I have too.
I'm not gonna lie. I said last year when we did this that Sons of Anarchy's final season might be my number one. It was hard to include it because it was such a disappointment.
See, and I don't feel the same about that at all.
I feel that no one should give away any plot details.
I'm not going to.
Just saying.
It was,
It was just disappointing.
It was not.
I'm getting conflicting reports from the other people on
It's
this
not.
couch.
It was
It
like
ended the way it was supposed to end.
Couch of dissension.
it was really.
It ended
disappointing.
exactly the way it was supposed to
I
end.
want to have a segment
Exactly
called
how it
Couch
should
of
have.
Dissension.
And now they're coming out with a prequel type thing. So it'll be Jax when he's a little kid, and it'll
Grandsons of Anarchy.
be when it's going back.
Okay.
So it's going to be when Jax is a little kid and his
Oh.
father's alive. When John,
Fathers of
And that
Anarchy.
Yeah.
will be just as terrible as the last season.
it will not.
Alright. Shelby,
You're
would
such a naysayer.
would you mind reading off
All the
the
time.
Fairbairn forecast of what
Uh.
movies people can go and see in theaters this week?
Should they so
Okay.
choose to do so.
Yes.
This week, you can go see Chappie,
I want to see it. Very
Me
bad.
I
too.
kind of do too.
Looks
Unfinished Business,
Heard it's terrible.
and the second best exotic Marigold Hotel.
The fuck?
Oh, I think that's a
Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren
Yeah.
movie.
And then
Oh,
also playing, but not new, is 50 Shades of Grey.
sexy.
Birdman, Kingsman: The Secret Service,
That movie's so good.
Focus, The Duff, American Sniper, The Imitation Game, Big Hero 6, Jupiter Ascending, Still Alice, The Lazarus Effect, Hunger Games, Hot Tub Time Machine 2, Something About SpongeBob, McFarlane USA, Night at the Museum, Into the Woods, Seventh Son, Unbroken, The Hobbit 3,
You can see a lot of movies.
Paddington.
Very
They're
good.
probably limited theaters also.
Yeah.
Because Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is also playing at one of them. So that's
Oh.
like a super old movie. Strange
Highly
Magic
recommended.
and
Brian?
Marshall the Miracle Dog.
Brian, you need to watch Kingsman: The Secret Service.
I know that I do. I want to watch.
He gave it a 10 out of 10.
I
Like,
saw that.
Yeah.
I'm
on
telling
the
you right,
internet.
it has one of the coolest action sequences you'll ever see in a movie.
I'm pretty convinced that I should see it.
And there's a line towards the end where, when it was said, the theater was dead quiet, and I didn't mean to, but I went, "Wait, what did he say?" Because it caught me off guard when he said it. It's
Just
not
a
like
weird thing.
it's not for effect. It's just it caught me off guard when it was said.
Right.
You'll know it when you hear it. It's that obvious, but it's a great movie.
All right. Are you ready to play?
I can't play IMDb,
IMDb
idiots.
idiots.
Mine's dead. My phone is dead.
No problem. We have
Damn
an
it,
iPad
Andrew.
for you.
I literally turned my phone off for this whole thing so I would have battery life to crush my opponents.
Yeah, I hate you.
You guys
I know.
say that, but
It's-
I haven't played in a while.
All
I've
right.
played. I haven't lost in a while. I don't know if that's different in terms of how we.
We'll go with it.
All right. So, here you go, Shelby. You have a keyboard, so you already have an advantage over everybody.
Oh dear.
That's bullshit.
So,
Good
the
thing
first
my
movie.
thumbs are so dexterous.
Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
For those of you-
No.
Well, I'm going to explain how
I was
IMDb
born
this
ready.
works then.
Yes.
So, since we have a new channel, some people who are just now joining us may not know how this works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to describe facts about a movie. These three have to guess which movie I am talking about. The first 1 to 3 correct guesses wins. Are you ready?
Oh!
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Dun, dun, dun.
The first movie up that we're going to talk about is directed and written by Mike Judge.
Mike Judge, huh?
I think I know what this is.
Is it
Office
Office
Space.
Space?
Nope. So,
Some
Brian,
bitch. Wait, she said it. What?
You said
both
it.
you
said
both
it.
said it.
Damn.
You're not getting out of that.
I tried. I think I know.
I
what
was
it is,
tempted
though.
to do the same thing, might I add, but I did not. I showed a little bit more hesitancy. And-
Yes.
Okay, I don't get any more clues though.
I will
Right.
give you one clue.
Okay.
What?
That's bullshit. You don't give additional
that is.
clues.
Oh,
Well, you guys jumped in with one clue,
That's true.
so,
so
here's just
we've
one.
done that before, where I've only had one clue and you made me
Fine.
do it.
All right.
Idiocracy.
It is Idiocracy.
Yeah! I don't need a second clue.
The next clue was going to be a character in this movie is named Upgrade. It is spelt with 2 D's for his double dose of pimpage.
I've never even seen it.
Oh, that
would
movie's
not be
really
fair.
funny.
I love Idiocracy. It is so fucking
That would
good.
be a
Really funny.
totally unfair clue to give someone.
So, this next movie up is directed by Richard Donner. Donner.
All right.
It stars Gary Busey.
Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
Man.
Boom.
Man.
So,
Richard Donner did Goonies. Man,
I
that's a
didn't know
good
that.
movie.
yes. So, the next movie up is directed and written by Mel Brooks.
And that could be a number of things.
It could be
Yeah,
a
it
number
really
of
could.
things. All right.
Come on, IMDb, load, you fucker.
Zach's frustrated.
All right.
It stars. As soon as I say one name, it's going to give it away. So, no, it stars Mel Brooks too because he's in all of his movies. But it also stars John Candy.
Spaceballs.
Yes.
Zach's
I
got
only
two.
know-
You know they're
two-
making a Spaceballs too?
I only know 2
Yeah, and it
Mel
really
Brooks.
makes me mad.
Yeah, I know. They
I-
really shouldn't make it.
I only know 2 Mel Brooks movies, and that's Blazing Saddles and, The Producers.
If you were gonna pick 2, those
Except
are
for
good
I've
ones.
only seen them.
Spaceballs is the best, though.
This next one, and possibly the last one, you guys got to make sure you are bringing your A game for this. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is directed by Guy Hamilton.
Guy Hamilton.
Yes, Hamilton. Based on the characters from a novel written by Ian Fleming. Brian got it. Woo! 2-2, Shelby.
Yeah, I'm not gonna win.
You have a keyboard.
Okay, I have a keyboard. That doesn't mean that I don't have the ability to see the actors and stuff on this screen. Because it gives me like a little side screen that says known for. And that's it.
Alright.
I don't even have an Apple anything. So an
You
iPad's a
should.
bad thing to give
You
to me.
should. Apple's better.
It's a keyboard.
I
They're
hate
I
universal.
don't like Apple
Not a
stuff
keyboard.
either.
Typing in things isn't the only thing that has anything to do with IMDb.
Alright.
Alright, so what is possibly the last
You
movie?
keep saying that, Andrew.
That's
Well,
gonna
you
be
guys
awesome.
keep not letting
Yes.
Zach win.
Well, one time.
Well,
Two
now
times.
now it's
Alright,
them both.
so this possibly last film is directed by Sam Weisman. Weisman.
Just directed by.
Just directed by. It stars the Bash Brothers.
Mighty Ducks. D2 and Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
Oh, you shouldn't have looked at him.
I shouldn't have.
No, I mean,
Okay. He didn't guess it. Somebody say it. Somebody say it.
Mighty Ducks.
No. Okay, now
D2 Mighty Ducks.
Shelby wins.
How does that
I don't
work?
win.
Because you
I got
said Mighty
one.
It's
Ducks
got
first.
Mighty Ducks in the fucking title.
No, Mighty Ducks is the first movie, and then Brian was dumb enough to say
The
Mighty
Mighty
Ducks
I thought you
again.
were
Ducks
giving him
is in
credit
the
for Mighty
title.
Ducks too.
Shelby is on the board.
This is
This is,
controversial.
this is
No,
kinda
it's
something
not
else.
controversial. The name of the movie is D2 Mighty Ducks.
Technically
the
it is.
Mighty Ducks is the first one.
And then you both said it. Okay. I understand where he's coming from,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. I'm probably not gonna get 2 more.
All right,
so.
focus.
That was a
Focus,
fluke.
self.
That's
Okay.
fine.
We're over it now. We're cool.
It's not like I was trying to cheat anybody. It's just you guys said the wrong thing. All right. This next one is directed by Jonathan Levine.
John or Jon?
Jonathan. And Levine is spelled Levine.
Hold on,
Alright.
I'm not getting that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just go out on a limb and say 50-50.
Zach wins.
Yeah, I didn't even ever get him.
I was gonna say Warm Bodies.
It was that or
I like
Warm
Warm
Bodies,
Bodies
and
better.
I knew you'd seen 50-50.
That is correct. I have seen 50-50. Very good movie.
The Mighty Ducks.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up for our anniversary
At
podcast,
least,
episode 43 of the Flick Freak podcast.
Good
at
job,
least
guys.
Brian
Yes.
didn't win. That's all I care about.
At least you got that solace.
Yeah, at least.
Thank you to everybody for listening. Don't forget, your votes are the ones that push each television show forward in the March Madness bracket. You can vote by going on Twitter and typing in hashtag FFMM15, along with what TV shows you think should win each week. So, thank you to everybody for listening. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, you can find us at @flick_freaks. You can also find us on YouTube. We do not have a custom URL yet because it's a new channel. They won't let us have one for a while. And you can also find us on Facebook, but we don't post anything there at /flickfreaks.
Yeah,
So, Brian, would you like to plug away at your baseball podcast?
sure. I have a baseball podcast. It's called The Backup Catcher. You can find it on iTunes. You can search for it anywhere. You can search for a podcast. Or on Facebook or on Stangraphs.com. It's almost baseball season 2, isn't it?
Yeah,
right,
it
Zach?
is.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
You know what I'm doing at this point? I'm just putting in my Madden games, and then I'm putting it on CPU mode where I just watch the game play itself.
Dude,
That's a
you
new
need
level
to
of
broaden your
sadness.
horizons, man.
Yeah, you need to get into a more cerebral sport.
You need to play rotisserie baseball.
Everyone should.
No,
Brightens
thank you.
your life.
Yeah.
Well, we will catch you next time on episode 44 of the Flick Freak podcast. Until then, peace out!
Later,
Bye.
Blake.
Vote Stannis.